Hello and welcome to this Profit Protector Pro video. In this video, I'm going to walk through the filters here. So this is the filter. This is the options that you have for your filters, and I'm just going to explain what the filters are, what they do, and when and why you should use them, etc. So let's dive straight into it. So these filters, when you're trying to reprice your stock, many repricers just have all of your stock just in one place, and you simply have no option but to just scroll through all of them. With PPP, they've condensed them into filters, as shown here, which I'm just showing you now. And this helps you to organise your stuff rather than having to sit there for hours and not necessarily go through every single one and reprice that stock, but you can actually reprice your stock according to these tabs, which can actually speed up time, and it makes your training for your virtual assistants, if you have any in the future, much more straightforward. So buy box, let's go through them in the list. Okay, so we've got buy box lower than minimum. Okay, buy box lower than minimum. Okay, so if we click on that tab, that means that that's going to take us to all of the listings where the buy box is now below the minimum. AKA, what that really means is all the products that you have been penny dropped or price dropped in price that you need to look at. There's a couple of things you can do there. Either you can look at the items and you can bring them down to whatever price they are, or lower your price and let PPP's algorithmic stuff do the rest, okay, if you just lower them a little bit. Or you can hold on to that price and still wait for PPP to hopefully do its stuff. If not, you're going to have to wait for the price to go back up to where it was originally, which is just a matter of time. So this tab's really important. It's really, really important because it basically is, it stops you wasting your time going through items that don't need repricing and checking them. Because trust me, that is a really time-consuming process. This tab, this buy box lower than minimum, is probably the best. It's probably the best filter on here. Okay, it's a massive time saver. Personally, I would click on that every time I am repricing, because that will take me straight to the gold. It will take me straight to the stuff that I need to look at and then make a decision on. At minimum, just shows you all the products you got at minimum, quite straightforward. You've then got max. At max, once again, you could use the maximum filter to check any products that may be too high in price, or possibly, if you just want to see if PPP is doing its job properly, which of course it is, then you can look at PPP just to see the magic happening and enjoy your good buys that you've bought, and then perhaps learn from that. The next filter that's really important is the need, min, and max filter. This is really important. If you haven't got this, then you're going to struggle. Okay, so the fact that PPP's got this means that you can go into your listings that need the minimum and maximum straight away without having to trawl through hundreds and hundreds of SKUs like I've got. Some are out of stock at the moment, but I've got over 500 SKUs. No way do I want to look through that and just to check that all of them are at their minimums and maximums. So if you've got any that you need to enter, you simply click on that. I think I've got about 11 at the moment, and then it will just be a really quick task for me or one of my virtual assistants to do. The next one's in stock. So if you decided that you wanted to just look through all of your stock, the whole lot, and you wanted to check it all rather than clicking any of these tabs, then you could click on the in stock tab, and that will just show you all of your items that are in stock, and then you can manually go through it. Once again, saves time of you going through loads of items that may not even be in stock yet, because obviously you can't really be repricing stuff that's not in stock, because you don't know what it's going to be like when it's in stock, the price. You don't know if PPP may get you that sale, so there may not be any need to reprice that. That's why that's really important. Favourites here, you can add items to your favourites, and then, replens, for example, items that are selling really, really well, and then you can check on your favourites if you like, see if you need to replen them. The out of stock tab there, so you've got the out of stock tab, that's pretty self-explanatory. If you just want to see what items are not yet hit the fulfillment centres that are on the way, then that's good, or if they're still pending to go in. The next one here is turned on or turned off. So this is a really good one as well, just to check that all of your items are turned on or off. Okay, you want to use the turned off one just to check that now and then, just to check any items that you may have accidentally not turned on when you've been repricing them, because this has happened to me a few times. So now and then it's good just to check the turned off, and then just check any items that you haven't actually turned the repricer on, in which case PPP wouldn't get a chance to do its magic. You then got not in the buy box, and similar to buy box lower than minimum. Okay, this is also a good one to do. The not in the buy box just gives you a good idea of items that you may need to look at again. So it's another filter depending on what your preferences are and how you prefer to reprice. The next one here is in stock and turned off. So that's another important one. So just like the turned off here, if it's in stock and it's turned off, then obviously it's a massive red light because the algorithmic stuff is not going to be able to do its job. So you need to also be checking that, whichever one you prefer to do. So in stock turned off or turned off, depending on what you want to do, how you prefer your preferences. FBA in stock and then FBM in stock. If you're an FBM seller, then you can check the FBM or the FBA whether they're in stock or not. So I hope that video's helped. Pretty self-explanatory, some of that, but I wanted to go through it just so that it helps you understand the filters a bit better. Obviously, you can hover over at any time and it'll explain a bit more clearly what the filters all mean. Thanks for watching that Profit Protector Pro video. I hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you in the next one.